War is not only fought with guns and bombs. Sometimes it is fought in complete darkness, with fear, silence, and the will to survive. During World War II, thousands of soldiers vanished behind enemy lines. Some were captured, some were killed, and a few survived in ways almost impossible to imagine. This is the story of an American soldier who survived 7 days underground, buried beneath the battlefield, while the war raged above him. It was 1944. The Allied forces were pushing deep into enemy territory in Europe. Artillery fire shook the ground day and night. Explosions turned fields into craters and forests into ashes. The young American infantryman had been separated from his unit during a sudden enemy counterattack. Smoke filled the air. Orders were lost in the chaos. Within minutes, he was alone. Every direction meant danger. Enemy patrols were everywhere. With bullets cracking through the air, the soldier made a desperate choice. He dropped into a shallow shell crater left behind by an explosion. Using his helmet, hands, and a broken shovel, he began to dig. The ground was wet, cold, heavy. He dug not for comfort, but for life. As darkness fell, he pulled dirt over himself, leaving only a small opening to breathe. Above him, the war continued. Hours turned into days. The soldier remained underground, barely moving. He rationed a few sips of water. Food was gone by the second day. Enemy soldiers walked directly over his hiding place. He could hear their boots, their voices, their laughter. Every breath had to be slow, every movement controlled. Sleep came in short, terrifying moments. The fear of being discovered never left him. The greatest enemy was no longer the soldiers above him. It was his own mind. Darkness played tricks on him. The earth pressed closer. The air felt thinner. He thought of home, of his family, of the life he had before the war. Giving up would have been easy, but survival was his mission. By the 7th day, his body was weak, dehydrated, exhausted. Then silence. No footsteps, no voices, no explosions. Slowly, carefully, he dug his way back to the surface. The battlefield was empty. The enemy had moved on. The soldier crawled through the ruins until he reached friendly territory. Medical teams treated him for dehydration and shock. Against all odds, he had survived, not because of strength alone, but because of patience, courage, and an unbreakable will to live. World War II was filled with stories like this. Stories that never made the headlines. Stories whispered instead of shouted. This soldier's name may be lost to history, but his courage is not. These are the stories we tell, so they are never forgotten. Welcome to Untold Soldier Stories.